the man. Lots of bodies forward again. Stiller. Angelo Stiller!
Angelo Stiller's name keeps rising inside Manchester United's midfield discussions. Not because of hype and not because of highlight reels, but because the people who matter most at the club rate him extremely highly. Christopher Vivell likes him. Jason Wilcox likes him. And when both of your key football decision makers admire the same profile, it is worth paying attention. And if you enjoy deep dive analysis like this, feel free to tap the like button at any point. It helps more United fans find the video. Most supporters already know the basics. Angelo Stiller is a deep playmaker at Stuttgart, elite on the ball, comfortable under pressure, linked to a release clause that becomes active soon. But inside United's scouting department, the conversation goes far deeper than simple attributes. His ability to control the first phase of build-up fits exactly what Ruben Amorim wants. His progression numbers are among the best in Europe, and his off-ball intelligence keeps surfacing inside United's recruitment models. So the real question is this: is Angelo Stiller the most undervalued midfielder United can sign in the next 2 windows? And is that why he sits so high in United's internal thinking? So who is Angelo Stiller? Angelo Stiller was born on the 4th of April 2001 in Munich, Germany. He entered Bayern Munich's academy at 8 years old and spent more than a decade developing there, learning Bayern's positional play, structure, and passing standards. He broke into senior football through Bayern Munich 2, making 50 league appearances between 2019 and 2021. His first team debut came under Hansi Flick on the 15th of October 2020 in a 3-0 DFB Pokal win over FC Düren, replacing Niklas Süle in midfield for the second half. A few weeks later, on the 1st of December 2020, Hansi Flick handed him his Champions League debut away at Atletico Madrid. He was 19 years old. Despite Flick rating his intelligence on the ball, Bayern's midfield depth meant opportunities were limited. When Julian Nagelsmann took over in 2021, he also recognized Angelo Stiller's technical quality and calm decision-making, but minutes remained scarce. That opened the door for Hoffenheim. Angelo Stiller joined them in January 2021, reuniting with Sebastian Hoeneß, the coach who had developed him at Bayern Munich 2. Sebastian Hoeneß trusted him immediately. Angelo Stiller made 47 Bundesliga appearances, scored his first league goal in December 2021 against Bayer Leverkusen, and grew into a reliable deep playmaker. On the 25th of August 2023, he moved to Stuttgart, again under Sebastian Hoeneß. This is where he reached a new level. Angelo Stiller became the metronome of the team, controlling build-up, connecting phases, and dictating tempo. He scored his first Stuttgart goal in March 2024 and added his first Champions League goal in December 2024 against Young Boys. This is the refined, Bayern-educated, Sebastian Hoeneß-polished midfielder Manchester United are tracking closely, the hidden traits United scouts love. When you study Angelo Stiller closely, you start to understand why Manchester United scouts keep circling back to his name. It is not just the passes he plays, it is the timing, the purpose, and the way he makes a complicated phase look simple. He is a deep-lying playmaker, but not one who slows the game down. Angelo Stiller speeds it up while staying in control. When Stuttgart need calm, he gives them composure. When they need incision, he can break a line with one touch. His numbers back that up. In the 2024-25 season, he ranks in the 99th percentile for progressive passes in Europe's top 5 leagues, with 11.69 per 90 minutes. He is in the 97th percentile for passes into the final third at 8.58 per 90. These are not sideways touches, these are line-breaking passes that move a team forward. He is also attempting more than 90 passes per match, with an 86.5% accuracy rate. That volume shows responsibility. That accuracy shows security. And the combination tells you exactly why Stuttgart build through him. What stands out most is his composure under pressure. Angelo Stiller does not panic when the press arrives. He uses it. Watch him in tight spaces. He shapes his body one way, feints the other, and opens a passing lane that did not exist 2 seconds earlier. He turns pressure into space. He turns chaos into order. This is the exact profile United's analysts value in Ruben Amorim's system, where the first phase of build-up demands midfielders who can think, turn, and release at speed. Even his set pieces show intelligence. They are not hit and hope deliveries, they are deliberate. Low, whipped, targeted into defined zones rather than floated at random. He is not a highlights player, but he is a structure player. The kind of midfielder who makes others play with more confidence, more calmness, and more clarity. That is why United keep returning to his name. Angelo Stiller is the quiet conductor who keeps the entire tempo under control. Sebastian Hoeneß, the only manager who has coached Angelo Stiller at 3 different clubs across 3 different stages of his career. It began at Bayern Munich too. Sebastian Hoeneß trusted a 19-year-old Angelo Stiller to run midfield in a team that went on to win the 3 Liga title. This is where the foundations were laid. Positional discipline, build-up control, and the responsibility to dictate tempo. When Sebastian Hoeneß moved to Hoffenheim, he brought Angelo Stiller with him. Not as a prospect, but as someone he believed could handle senior Bundesliga football. Here, Angelo Stiller's tactical identity solidified, learning how to manage the first phase under pressure and how to direct transitions with intelligence rather than speed. Then came Stuttgart. Sebastian Hoeneß took over, assessed the squad, and immediately targeted Angelo Stiller again. Within weeks of joining, Angelo Stiller became the metronome of Stuttgart's 3-4-2-1, organizing spacing, progression, and build-up in a system that relies on structure, not chaos. This is exactly why Manchester United's analysts rate him so highly. Ruben Amorim needs a controller who understands complex systems instinctively. Angelo Stiller has been educated in one for years, under the same coach across 3 clubs. And that makes him one of the most tactically ready midfielders United can buy. If Ruben Amorim's Manchester United is going to work, it starts with balance. Not just intensity, but control. The first 10 league games of this season have exposed the problem clearly. When Casemiro is on the pitch, United look more organised, they control central zones, and they limit shots. When he is subbed or misses a game, the drop-off is obvious. United concede more chances, face more pressure, and lose structure in front of the back line. Casemiro still brings authority and leadership, but he is not a long-term foundation. His minutes have to be managed, and everyone at the club knows his cycle at the top level is entering its final phase. That is where Angelo Stiller comes in. Not as a like-for-like replacement, but as a different kind of pillar. In Ruben Amorim's 3-4-2-1, the double pivot is built on contrast. One breaks up play, one builds it. Casemiro has been the shield. Angelo Stiller would be the organizer. Together, in the short term, they could give United something they have lacked for years. A midfield that can both protect and control. And when Casemiro eventually moves on, the plan does not end there. United will still need another midfielder next to Angelo Stiller, someone with mobility and pressing range, which is why names like Elliot Anderson stay on the radar. Angelo Stiller is not the full solution. He is the piece that allows the rest of the solution to make sense, the weakness no one mentions. For all of Angelo Stiller's intelligence and control, there is one concern that keeps resurfacing. Not his passing, not his positioning, his physicality. Angelo Stiller is not a duel winner by reputation. He does not dominate shoulder to shoulder, and he does not cover ground like a destroyer. He plays the game by thinking early, not reacting late. In Germany, that works. In the Premier League, where transitions are faster and space disappears quicker, it raises questions. He wins matches with positioning, angles, and anticipation, not power. But that only works inside a compact, disciplined structure, which is exactly how Amorim's midfield operates. Amorim does not ask his pivots to lunge into tackles. He asks them to remove danger before it arrives. He has built full systems on timing, not muscle. Still, the question remains realistic. Can Angelo Stiller handle the Premier League's physical tempo week after week? That is the calculation any club must make. Because while he is technically elite, the Premier League does not always reward subtlety. It sometimes punishes it. But Manchester United may see the bigger picture. They are not buying a bruiser. They are buying control, and control is what their midfield has been missing. Here's where the story gets interesting. Angelo Stiller's contract at Stuttgart includes a release clause, reportedly around 40 million euros. But that clause doesn't activate until 2026, and Stuttgart hold an option to void it altogether by paying just 2 million euros before next season begins. That clause, and the timing of it, changes everything. If Stuttgart choose to buy it out, any interested club, including Manchester United, would then have to negotiate a brand new fee, one likely far higher than the original release figure. So United's window to move isn't endless. If they act before the clause is removed, they can strike early at a controlled price. If they wait too long, they'll be paying whatever Stuttgart demand. That's why this story isn't just about scouting reports or stats. It's about strategy, and here's the hidden connection. Manchester United's director of football, Jason Wilcox, has admired Angelo Stiller for years, tracking him since his Hoffenheim days. That long-term interest means the club already hold deep data, match footage, and player metrics others are only just beginning to collect. So while most fans are debating whether Wharton or Anderson fits best, United's recruitment team might already be one step ahead, identifying Angelo Stiller not as a backup plan, but as the quiet priority nobody's noticed yet. So maybe the real story here is not just that Angelo Stiller could be signed for 40 million euros. It is that Manchester United might be looking at a 100 million euro midfielder hiding in plain sight. A player whose value will explode the moment Stuttgart remove that clause, or the moment Europe finally wakes up. And make no mistake, other clubs are waking up. Hansi Flick has already flagged him for Barcelona. Recruitment teams across Germany and Italy have started tracking him more closely. Opportunities like this do not stay quiet for long. If United hesitate, the price changes. If they snooze, someone else moves. And once Angelo Stiller leaves Stuttgart, he will not be available for anything close to 40 million again. Because players like him do not stay undervalued forever. They only stay undervalued until one club understands what they really are. So, what do you think? Is Angelo Stiller the 100 million midfielder United can still steal for 40? Let me know in the comments, and if you want to dive into the next midfield target United are analysing, watch the video that is on your screen right now.